Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a place where the world seems to have frozen in time? Imagine a silence so deep you can almost hear the stars twinkle, and a cold so intense it feels like a physical presence. Today, we're journeying to the heart of Siberia, one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth, to witness the incredible life of a woman who has not just survived, but thrived in complete solitude. This isn't just a story of enduring the cold. It's a powerful saga of resilience, tradition, and a profound connection with nature that most of us have long forgotten. How does she do it? What secrets does this vast, frozen wilderness hold? Let's find out. Here in the vast, unforgiving expanse of Yakutia, where winter reigns for most of the year, a solitary wooden cabin stands as a testament to human endurance. Smoke rises from its chimney, a lonely signal of life in a world of ice and snow. This is the home of a remarkable woman, a true survivor who lives a life of profound solitude. Her day begins not with the sound of an alarm clock, but with the quiet, urgent need for warmth. We see her inside her rustic log cabin, her breath turning to mist in the cold morning air. With weathered hands that have seen a lifetime of hard work, she carefully arranges pieces of birch bark and small twigs inside an old iron stove. A single strike of a match, a tiny spark, and soon a gentle flame begins to dance, pushing back the relentless cold that seeps through the wooden walls. She closes the stove door and rubs her hands together, a small, satisfied smile gracing her lips. This fire is more than just warmth. It's the heartbeat of her home, the center of her world. With the cabin slowly warming, she prepares for the day's tasks. She dons layers of traditional clothing, crafted from thick furs and wool, each piece a shield against the brutal Siberian elements. Her coat, a masterpiece of practical design, is not a fashion statement, but a vital tool for survival. As she works, her movements are deliberate, efficient, honed by years of living in harmony with this challenging environment. She sits for a moment, her hands busy with a piece of animal hide, her mind seemingly lost in thought. Suddenly, the distant howl of a wolf breaks the silence. She pauses, her gaze turning to the frosted window, her expression unreadable for her. This is not a sound of fear, but a familiar part of the wilderness she calls home. Her first chore of the day is to tend to her flock. She steps outside, a cloud of steam enveloping her as the warmth from the cabin meets the freezing air. The world outside is a stunning panorama of white, the snow so deep it muffles all sound. She makes her way to a simple wooden pen where her sheep, a unique, hardy breed with thick, shaggy wool, are huddled together. These animals are her companions and a vital source of sustenance. She carries a wooden bucket filled with grain, and as she pours it into their trough, the sheep gather eagerly, their breath creating a cloud of steam above them. But food is only half the battle. In a land where everything freezes, providing water is a constant challenge. With a heavy iron tool, she begins to break the thick layer of ice that has formed in the sheep's water trough. Each strike is powerful and precise, a rhythm of survival she knows all too well. It's backbreaking work, but she performs it with a quiet determination that is truly inspiring. Next, she turns her attention to the wolves. She knows they are always lurking, a constant threat to her and her flock. She reinforces the stilts of her cabin, checking for any weaknesses the wolves might exploit. Her home is her fortress, and she is its vigilant guardian. Her daily routine continues with the gathering of firewood. She carries an armful of logs back to her cabin, her small frame seemingly defying the weight of her load. She also collects large blocks of ice, which she will later melt for drinking water. Every action is a carefully calculated step in the dance of survival. Back inside, she prepares a meal. On a rough-hewn wooden board, she takes a frozen fish and, with a sharp, ornate knife, begins to slice it into paper-thin curls. This is Stroganina, a traditional Siberian delicacy. The raw, frozen fish is a vital source of nutrients in a land where fresh produce is a distant memory. She adds the fish to a large pot of water boiling on the stove, along with some dried herbs. The cabin fills with the comforting aroma of a simple, hearty soup. As night falls, she eats her meal by the warm glow of an oil lamp, her face a beautiful map of a life lived with courage and resilience. After her simple supper, she washes her bowl and prepares for the night. She secures the heavy bolt on her door, a final act of protection against the dangers that lurk in the darkness. But tonight, the wilderness has other plans. A fierce blizzard rages outside, the wind howling like a hungry beast. Suddenly, a sound pierces through the storm, the frantic bleating of her sheep. She looks out the window and sees a terrifying sight. A massive pack of wolves has descended upon her home. What follows is a testament to the incredible strength of this woman. It's a story of survival that seems almost mythical. Realizing her sheep are in grave danger, she rushes to herd them to safety. One by one, she guides them up the steep wooden stairs and into the relative safety of her cabin. The wolves, relentless in their pursuit, begin to attack the stilts of the house. Their snarling jaws tearing at the wood. The cabin shakes violently, and for a moment, it seems as though all is lost. But she's not one to give up. With a look of fierce determination, she prepares for battle. She creates makeshift torches, dipping them in oil and lighting them from the stove. Wielding the flaming torches, she confronts the pack, her small figure a beacon of defiance against the savage predators. She throws a large, burning log into their midst, creating an explosion of fire and snow that sends the wolves scattering into the night. She has won. She has protected her flock. The next morning, the storm has passed. The world is once again serene, the rising sun casting a golden glow on the pristine snow. The woman stands on her porch, a look of quiet triumph on her face. She has faced the very worst the wilderness could throw at her and has emerged victorious. The days that follow are a return to the peaceful rhythm of her life. She tends to her sheep, chopping wood, ice fishing, and preparing her meals. There is a sense of calm and contentment about her, a deep understanding of her place in the world. As the sun sets, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, she sits in her rocking chair, looking out at the beautiful, desolate landscape. She is alone, but not lonely. She is a part of this land, and it is a part of her. As we watch her, we can't help but be reminded of the incredible strength of the human spirit. Her life is a powerful story of survival, a narrative that feels both ancient and timeless. It's a reminder that even in the harshest of environments, life, in its most simple and profound form, endures. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey into the heart of the Siberian wilderness. If this story of resilience and survival has moved you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to the Sleeping Historian for more tales. From the forgotten corners of our world, we have many more stories to share.